Oh, fuck.
I hope you're ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for another Higurashi. When they cry. I'm more than ready. I've been praying that I get to play this game again soon as I can. It is good to be back. It is so good to be back. Oh man. Whew. Wow. It's been a second. It's been a second. What even happened last time? Um, Last time we found out that Keiichi-kun is a fucking loser. Um, and we learned that I hate him very, very much. But yeah, nothing really else really happened. I'm ready to continue. All right. Reina was given permission to caress Rika-chan's head as much as she wanted, so they headed home together, very pleased. Once again today, it was just Mion and I going home. Man, that was intense. I didn't know Kei-chan was so good at president. No, I was more surprised than anyone. If I was playing with guys, I wouldn't have been that strong. But still, it was pretty bad being carried off on a stretcher, and that outfit will probably haunt me until the day I die. You deserve it, bro. You deserve to be haunted. Ah ha ha. But that's fine, isn't it? You were able to do something to boast about for the ages, too. Hey-oh. Oh, hey-oh. Well, when she says it like that, we both smiled at each other. Oh, you meet again, Keiichi-kun. It was Toмотaki-san, my husband. Felt like I've been running into him quite often. Hey, you take any good pictures? Well, if you... So... Toмотaki-san suddenly leaned over and whispered into my ear. Ooh. You sure get around. Today you already have a different girl? It's not like that. I only have eyes for you, Toмотaki-san. No need to hide it. It's important to get lots of experience when you're young. Oh, true. Because Toмотaki-san let out such a crude laugh, Mion knew that we were talking about with... Mion knew what we were talking about even without hearing it was her. I've heard through the grapevine that Mr. Toмотaki is quite the catch himself, Yes, he is. Huh? That wasn't my intention. Sure. Keep up the good work and take plenty of pictures. See ya. Mion seemed to really want to get rid of this lout quickly. Yeah, I was picking that up too. From the way she spoke, it seemed as if Mion knew Toмотaki-san quite well. How's the year treating you, mister? Staying until the Watsunagashi? Yep, I'm planning to. After photographing the festival, I plan on heading back to Tokyo. Being a photographer sure is easy. Be sure to win some big award and become famous. You spent all your best years on photography after all. I think this is Mion. I don't think I've gone that far. I don't think I'm that far gone. Don't they say men start developing their own unique flavor in their 30s? They sure do. What does it matter? What you taste like. That's so gross. Oh, look at the time. I need to get back to the inn before it gets dark. Tamataki-san began to take his leave with a dry laugh. It did look like he was outmatched by Mion.
Now then, I'll see you both at the festival.
After waving a hand cheerfully, Tamataki-san disappeared amidst the cries of the Higurashi.
The way he's going, he probably won't ever get famous.
Ooh.
I had him promise he'd display a picture of me if he ever opened up a gallery, but I don't think that'll ever happen.
So you know Tamataki-san?
Yeah, he's an acquaintance of sorts, but you know how easy it is to tell who's an outsider.
It sounded like you met him all the time. Meet him all the time.
Tamataki-san comes around to Hinazawa regularly. Maybe 2-3 times a year. He says he's taking pictures of the seasonal scenery and wild birds, but, well, those photos really are nothing to phone home about.
The image Mion painted of Tamataki-san was fairly unique. The Tamataki-san I knew was more mysterious. The words flowed naturally from my mouth. I wonder if he's really here to take pictures of birds. Mion stared blankly at me as if to ask,
Why do you say that?
It just seems he's here for something other than taking pictures, I think. Don't you get that feeling? Like, about that incident? The dismemberment?
Oh, you too? If so, you've got good instincts, Kei-chan.
She agreed with what I thought, but was quite chipper in how she said it. You knew about it then, Mion?
Of course!
But you said you didn't.
He might be able to pull me over. He might be able to pull one over on everyone else, but he can't fool this old man.
Mion was posturing pretentiously, but I had easily come to a very different conclusion from what she was imagining. It felt like all apprehensions I had about Tamataki-san had disappeared, lifting a burden off my shoulders. I was finally able to appreciate how clear the evening sky over Hinamizawa was. I exhaled everything in my lungs and inhaled just as much. It smelled like dusk.
What is it, Keiichi-kan?
It's just that I never thought the cries of the Higurashi could feel this good.
What's got into you all of a sudden, Kei-chan?
We both continued to giggle, not knowing why. I wonder what Rina's doing. I bet she's getting her fill of Rika-chan by now.
She's probably in the middle of asking her over so she can treat her to dinner.
It'd be great if she'd be able to take her home.
I wonder. Rika-chan is pretty good at that stuff.
Yeah, I feel the same. That head-petting penalty was probably from Rika-chan. What? Oh, yeah.
I thought so too. Anyone who can get away with patting his head is Rika-chan after all.
Just pointless chit-chat. That's one way to put it. A hot day felt like it was being cooled down by the cries of the Higurashi. That was a whole chapter? That was short. I've received a new tip, community notice. Let's find out what that is. Save the mode first. Save. Ooh. Let's go. A fate. What? That's scary. Close. View new tips. Community notice. Let's see what this is about. We're greeting the end of the rainy season sooner than the prior years. On this day, when it feels like summer will soon arrive, I'm pleased that everyone is in good health. The season for the Watanagashi is finally upon us. I believe the assistance of the town council will make this a wonderful festival. I also wish to ask for the assistance of everyone in regards to a few things. 1. Collecting bazaar goods. We look forward to well-received Hinamizawa Grand Bazaar Exposition. Holding at... Oh, wait, no. It is a Grand Bazaar Exposition. holding a massive collection of excess goods and used clothing. No raw goods, please. Management, Makino Tel XXXXX. 2. Recruiting Little Festival Drum Dancers. The renowned Little Festival Drum Dancers group, known for its carefully choreography, the Shofu Society, is taking last-minute participants, looking for any showboat elementary and middle schoolers. Management, Kimiyoshi Tel XXXX. Taking donations. We are accepting donations in multiples of 1,000 yen. For every 1,000 yen donated, you'll be awarded with a refreshment stand ticket. Management, Sonozaki Tel XXXXX. We are always taking suggestions for ways to improve the festival at all times. If you have any interesting idea, call Kimiyoshi at XXXXX. There is 200 yen refreshment stand ticket attached below the cut line. Okay, that's all that was. Alright. We are going to continue. A few days had passed since the incident. Which one? During that time, either Mian was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparations, so we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years it shaved off my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. I really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Watanagashi 5-Demon Firefight. 5-Demon Firefight. And it was one of the biggest events of the club.
Keiichi! Does this tutu still fit me? Can you try it on for a sec?
Mom pulled out an old dusty yukata. No, I don't need a yukata. Those are embarrassing, so I'll just go in my normal clothes.
But this is a festival. Wear it, okay?
Rina and the others said regular clothes are just fine. If I was the only one wearing a yukata, I'd be even more embarrassing. I put on the same old vest as usual. I'll be going with Rina and the others, so you don't have to need to worry about me.
Is that so? I'll be going with Dad when he wakes up.
Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa.
From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night.
He just finished sending in his manuscript, so he might not wake up for a while. I don't know who's sick. It seems my dad writes for art magazines sometimes, too. I never read it, though. I wonder if my dad is a really famous artist. Since his own son is saying something like that, I can't imagine he's selling all that well. Fuck you, Keiichi. But he's able to feed family of 3, and my life isn't exactly full of hardships. Yeah, be fucking grateful, you pussy. It could be that he's some master painter and I didn't know about it. Ding dong. Who is this talking? I'm gonna guess it's Reina.
Keiichi-kun, are you home?
Uh-oh, it was already time. I didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside. I was right. Oh my! It's Rena-chan. Thank you for always looking for... Ow.
Oh my! It's Rena-chan. Thank you for always looking after Keiichi. Ma'am, he's also been looking out for...
Why are you blushing just from meeting my mom? Don't get all flustered. It really doesn't feel right. Let's go, Rena. Since Rena would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out.
Rena-chan, look after Keiichi for me. Hey-oh. Yes, ma'am. Even if it means I must sacrifice myself.
Whoa. Then why don't you just do it right now? She waved back even if I was dragging her away.
Okay, Kei-chan. You hungry today? We'll take care of that at these stalls.
You thought I let myself get full knowing the club activities will involve the stalls?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Where are Rika-chan and Satoko? Are they already at the temple?
Yep, Rika-chan's a festival committee, remember, after all? Satoko-chan is probably with her as well.
I see. Alright. Let's make some noise today.
Yeah!
We were already in high spirits with just the three of us here. It was way more lively at the Furuta Shrine than the last time I came, for exceeding my expectations. Far. Throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls lined with colorful paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. There sure are lots of people here. I can't believe they all live in Hinamazawa.
Everybody attends the Watanagashi. I think about half the village is here.
That's not everybody.
It's not just that. Municipal and youth councils from neighboring towns and villages have advertised this event as well.
That's right. There aren't that many students at our school, but there's a lot of kids here today.
Doesn't feel like a festival unless there are kids running around, after all. That's true, I agree. Fuck, who's saying that? Ah, hello and good evening. These two knew everybody who we came across. Of course I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everybody yet.
Oh, Rina-chan. Thanks for the food you brought me a while back. My son loved it. He said it was delicious.
Ah, it was nothing at all. I'm glad he liked it. Say, hello to Kazuma-kun for me, please.
Hey! But isn't Sanazaki Oju-chan? I'm in charge of a stand again this year, so make sure you come visit.
Pops, have you gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that.
Jesus, man. Oh, this kid here is new. Are you one of her underclassmen?
He's one of my members. An up-and-coming hopeful if you cross him. He could crush your stand in one night.
You've got little Missy's seal of approval, I see. Hope you take it easy on me. As you could imagine, Mion was chatting away with the old guys running the stalls.
Mi-chan is really energetic after all. She's really popular with the older men.
I don't like that. I think Rina is pretty popular too, being cute and all. That was, of course, so long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute. What condition is she talking about?
I'm popular with some people, really? Really?
With some people? I evaded giving her a straight answer by roughly tossing her hair? Why are you touching her, bro? Get away from her.
The stall keepers come all the way from town. It's not really a festival without them, after all.
So we're going to mess with them now? I don't care what kind of match it is, I'm going to win.
Oh yeah, I'll try too.
Hey, you're all very late. It's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Keiichi-san.
Oh, my bad. So, where is this lady I've kept waiting? Good one.
What did you just say?
Alright, Satoko is in top form as well. Seems she's been excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while.
Wow, Rika chick, yeah.
Rina let out an elated sigh. It seemed that the real lady had made her appearance.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Keiichi as well.
Ooh, looking good. You're looking sharp again this year.
Chan, I'll take you home.
Rika-chan was wearing a Shrine Maiden outfit. Yup. Rina's little outburst was completely understandable. Fuck you, Keiichi-kun. Rika-chan's clothes sure look like the real deal. Is that a real Shrine Maiden outfit?
My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic.
Rika-chan has an important task at the end of the festival, so she's wearing this.
She better get, like, sacrificed or something. That'd be kind of cool. That's the important task. I see. Rika-chan was on the executive committee because she performed all the Shrine Maiden rituals for the festival.
My work is only during the final of the festival, so I can still play for a while. But we cannot afford to waste any time. Let us begin.
Alright!
It felt good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Mian called everyone over to stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition.
Takoyaki eating rice. Everyone has to buy their own. Ready? Go.
A standard in vendors' stalls, the takoyaki stand. That was especially standard for these kinds of events was the fact that they were simply balls of dough. Takoyaki in name only. I don't know what takoyaki. It burns!
Are you okay, Keiji-kun? Have some water.
My. Eating these scalding takoyaki while it's suicide.
I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left there for a while.
They really don't taste good.
Stalled next to it was a shaved ice stand. It was still a bit too early in the season for that, but right then it didn't matter.
Let's do shaved ice this time. It's a shaved ice eating race. Ready? Go!
Shaved ice eating race, I can't.
As long as you can't melt it a bit with your body heat, then. As long as you can melt it with a bit with your body heat, then it's so cool.
Not smart. This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup. It'll melt quickly when it's mixed up.
Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head on was their downfall! This is pissing me off. Stop it. Stop fucking typing shit like that.
Phew.
Finished!
Okay, K-chan is done? That was too fast.
It couldn't be. Keiji-kun, you didn't add water from the goldfish tank behind you, did you?
What?
That cannot taste very good.
Next to that was another old favorite. A cotton candy stand.
Why don't we do this next one? Of course, it's a speed eating contest.
Hey, how do you eat cotton candy quickly? How?
On Satoko's mark, Mia and Satoko and I all compressed the cotton candy with our bare hands. That time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
I expected Satoko to figure it out, but I didn't think K-chan would too.
I can't have you treating me like I'm a newbie forever, can I?
It won't taste very good.
Shut up, Rika. Rika-chan had also crushed it between her hands and stuck it into her mouth.
This is probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this.
I only think Reina's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. I only think Reina's cotton candy was happy. But it felt like we'd end up doing stuff like eat noodles through the nose contest or human water pump with a goldfish scoop at the rate things were going.
This old man will probably still win too.
I am simply no match for Mion-san when it comes to eating repulsive things.
Yeah, seriously.
What's up with you guys? Are you telling me you don't want to have the Blue Hawaii Top Jakusabi eating contest?
Shake, shake. Both Satoko and I shook our heads in unison.
Can we have a game that doesn't involve food this time, can we?
Rena's proposal was a godsend. It was about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Rena or Rika-chan were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves. You never gorged?
Okay, Rena. I'll let you pick out the next game. Anything is fine.
Well then, I'm gonna be the judge. Find cute things on the festival grounds. You have 1 minute.
Fine by me. I know exactly what Rena likes.
Alright. I think I can win with that.
Ready? Go! Oh,
Why aren't Keiichi-kun and Rika-chan starting? Why not?
why aren't Rika-chan and Keiichi-chan aren't starting? Why not?
Mion and Satoko dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were.
Could it be you've already found it, the cute thing?
We've already found it. Keiichi, too?
Yeah? They're gonna say Rena.
What is it? What is it? I can't wait.
Both Rika-chan and I stood motionless for the few moments before Mion and Satoko returned. This is probably the first time we've gone hand-to-head like this.
It will be the first.
Rika-chan, you expect to win with that, huh?
I am a member of this club as well. Win by any means is our society's third rule.
Rika-chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on! Both Mion and Satoko came back, each with their own plan of attack stuffed on their arms.
Okay then, let's go in order. Let's start with the club president, Mi-chan.
Too bad, you guys. I'm ending this now. This old man brought this.
When did she get those? They were old tin diamond-shaped signs.
Pleb Cub Curry Snake Coil Incense and Uramin-chi. Well, how about this?
I don't know what any of that is. That's very understated, a little too understated, Mion. I used to see those stuck up on a barbed wire fence. They were more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of that is cute? But there were puffs of smoke noisily shooting out of Rena's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I didn't get it.
I shall be next. It is this.
It was a hand-drawn poster from the Lady Society roasted corn stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. An anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow into the viewer. That's super mean, KG.
Bwep!
That was the sound of blood jetting out of Rena's nose. It seemed to have been rated higher than Mion's. I really didn't get it. It feels like your autistic sense is a little avant-garde, but about 5 eons. You're just a jerk and you don't know anything.
Oh. Those were nothing but mass-produced signs, after all. They had no choice. They had no chance against something hand-drawn.
I couldn't even begin to follow the way these guys were thinking. You're an idiot.
Then I will be next.
Next is Rika-chan, is it? What can you even do without anything?
Did you and Satoko both forget? If Rika-chan felt like it, she could simply... What the fuck? When did the music change? After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Rena. No, don't make me. Seeing that, both Mion and Satoko gasped.
Oh, no!
Too late. It's like baby music. What is this? Rika-chan tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Rena hurried over to her.
Rika-chan, are you alright? Are you alright?
Rika-chan had a lump in her forehead and tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. this was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She made just a single sound.
Mew.
Boing.
I'm gonna take you home.
I completely forgotten that! The play that I personally had to use! Rina's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan and began rubbing her cheek against her. I'd expect no less from her. Not a single element was overlooked. I'll let you guys pause the video right now and just read that. I'm not reading that. Yeah, I'm skipping that.
K-chan has a pretty weird definition of art.
I'll just pretend the sharp sting of those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me with a daunting smile as she was caressed by Rina, who was in full cute mode.
Now, Keiichi-kun, can you beat me?
That cold smile is frightening, Rika-chan. It must just be my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes.
K-chan seems to have his own plan of attack.
I wonder what he's going to show her.
I also wish to observe the play Keiichi-san will make. Could it be? Is Keiichi going to also give a performance?
I basked in their pointed stares. I pulled Rina, who gave no sign of canceling out of cute mode, away from Rika-chan.
Oh, cute thing, Keiichi-kun, let's go.
I'll show you something even cuter, so just hold out for now.
Huh? So something even cuter?
But it's a bit too crowded here. Let's go back there. Back where? Rina looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine.
I cannot fathom what Keiichi-san could possibly be planning.
This is K-chan after all. No, it couldn't be.
Keep on fighting, yeah.
Whips out his cock. After a bit, I returned. No way, he did. And a bit after that, so did Rina, dragging her feet.
There's no way that scoundrel K-chan did something to innocent little Rina.
Mian and Satoko passed by me, heading straight to Rina.
What exactly did he do to you?
For a moment, Rina was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her.
Oh, it's me-chan, oh.
Rina, are you alright? Did K-chan do anything to you?
No, he didn't do anything strange to me, oh.
This is quite severe. Exactly what did K-chan show you?
It was so cute, oh.
Cute? What did he show you, Rina?
Rina let out a really long
Oh.
Her eyes sparkled as she spoke.
Cute, so cute. It was Keiichi-kun's furry little seal.
Womp. Wow, womp. In the blink of an eye, Mian and Satoko's elbow smashed into my face.
Huh? What? Huh?
Showing Rina something so dirty.
You sick pervert. I shall have you beaten into oblivion.
Wait, you've got it all wrong. A dark, billowing aura flowed from Mian and Satoko. It was no good. They're gonna kill me. Good. Please kill him. Please kill him.
Mi-chan, I'm not sure what's going on, but you've got it all wrong. You see, Keiichi-kun had...
It's a fur key sealed chain. It's a fur sealed keychain.
Rika-chan stuck her hand into my pocket and, oh, get your hand out of there.
He said he made it long ago for one of his summer school assignments. He said he doesn't show it often to other people because it's embarrassing.
Yeah, so small and cute. He tried his best to make it so wonderful.
Oh. This old man thought you meant it was Keiichi's cute little fur seal.
Oh, ho, ho. I'd expect no less from Neon-san. You misconstrued things in the wildest ways.
They slug insults at each other and looked like they were ready to tear into each other at any second. I beg of you. If I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off me? Oh, someone took a picture of us. We were interrupted by the flash of a camera. Yes, Tamataki-san! Please save me from these people.
Hey guys. You'll seem energetic as usual.
It was Tamataki-san. As I lay crumpled on the ground, Mion and Satoko continued to bicker above me. Rika-chan was patting me on the head and Rina was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene.
It's a fine evening indeed, although it's a rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission. That's right. At least you didn't need Satoko's permission.
Oh wait, that's me. That's right, at least you didn't really need Satoko's permission. Herga. Satoko dug her heel into me.
Good evening. You're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Were you able to take lots of good photos?
Thanks to you. I got plenty of good shots.
Tonight's the last we can see old Tamataki-sama, isn't it? It's such a shame. Hurry up and have your major breakout soon.
Just as rude as ever, aren't you? I really am sad I won't be able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year.
Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. You'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow, after all.
That's true. It will be another 6 months, until I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars.
Tamataki-san looked up at the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness. Aww. Why don't you move here, Tamataki-san? In Hinamizawa? Tamataki-san was speechless. Tamataki-san, stay with me.
It's not very convenient here. No shops, or recreational spots. There might not be anything really here, but, you know.
Everyone knew what I was trying to say. Tamataki-san was Tamataki-san was also well aware. So, Rina, Mion, Satoko, and Rika-chan, none of them butted in. I've only been here for less than a month, so I don't really know everything about it. Normally I'm a really talkative guy, but in this situation it's like I'm lost for words. Even though all this was happening in such a boisterous setting. It felt like the background noise was fading into the distance. This place is probably... Tamataki-san rested his hand on me gently, silencing me.
Thank you. Keiichi-kun? Mion-chan and Rena-chan? Satoko-chan and Rika-chan?
Tamataki-san's smile was so slight it looked as if it was going to crumble at any moment. But it was warm.
I also think it would be great if I could live here.
Those might have been cruel words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. It was Rina.
Keiichi-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults. It's not nice.
The background clamor of the festival returned.
We won't be seeing him for a while, after all. We need to make sure Tamataki-san also enjoys tonight.
When Rina smiled, the mood instantly got brighter.
That's true. I think I'll do just that.
Ah! Hey, Min-chan! How about it? Can we let Tamataki-san into our club activities?
Please. Kill Keiichi-kun, invite Tamataki-san. Tamataki-san can be the new Kei-kun. That's a great idea! Or so I thought, but Mian had a snobbish look on her face.
One of the requirements for membership is residence in Hinozawa, you see.
Come on, Mii-chan, just for today. Don't be mean.
Well, he does come around often every year. I'll make him an honorary citizen.
Ah, yay!
Now then, I wonder if this aged fellow will pass his prime, will be a match for me.
Let's have him show us the wisdom of mature adults.
Can you keep up with these youngins? Tamataki-san stepped back slightly at our audacious grins.
I, Mian Sonozaki, club president, do hereby authorize honorary citizen Tamataki's entry into our club.
Her words were quickly drowned out by the cheers.
Yay! Wahoo! Yay! Yay! Yay!
What do you mean by club?
What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they are in your favor, and sometimes they work against you.
I'm pretty weak, so I prefer you not to single me out. Let's try to get along.
If you wish to mock our childish games, then this will be the perfect opportunity.
We'll leave you with nothing. We won't even leave the hairs on your butt.
So, it's a club where we're playing games together.
Of course, Rika-chan was the only one to give an answer that made sense.
Alright, just what I wanted. I'll take you up on that challenge. Don't be too rough on me, my mentors.
Tamatake-san just riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. That's perfect! We continued walking through the festival with Mian in the front. Now he looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it.
Same rules as always. The loser will, of course, be subject to a penalty.
Tamatake-san was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same as always. Regardless of how terrible a penalty it was.
Just don't lose. Just don't lose.
Reina was also brimming with the determination. The determination. She didn't have any intention of losing. That's true! I tousled Reina's "don't touch her" and lightened the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment.
I see. This is what it feels like to be a kid again.
Tamatake-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment, we heard an old man call out in a strange voice. Looking over, I realized it was the man Mian had greeted right before the festival. You're here. You're here, little Miss Sonozaki. Seems like you brought quite the crowd.
We came to eradicate your entire stall.
His stall was a shooting gallery. It was the usual setup where you had to knock down the prize you wanted with a court gun.
The rules are simple. Shoot the things on the wall. The winner will get the biggest prize.
Everyone shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was very simple. The biggest prize at the stall, it went without question. It was that one, wasn't it?
Whoa, that teddy bear. Dude.
Rina was gazing longingly at a large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on an unsteady platform, so it was impossible to get to it if you were in the right spot. It's magnificently set up to make someone think that.
Not bad, Keiji-san. I figured you'd see through this scam instantly.
The most logical course of action is going to be to aim for some candy or a doll. The intent analysis had already begun. In this club, you'd get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. So I've heard. Everything hinges on what plan you come up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big fuss. There were a there was this much of a following for our club's infamous events. Don't kid yourself, Keiichi-kun.
Knocking down that bear serves a win.
Only 3 shots. To use them just trying, that'd be rough. Ocelot.
12 shots.
Hey! I have other... Oh. Hey! I have other customers waiting, you know. Who's up first?
First has to be an advantage. The first one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easier prize, but it's dangerous to complete without knowing the gun's quirks.
Tamatake-san takes on the situation was pretty good. He gets what our club is about.
Well then, to be fair, how about using rock, paper, scissors to decide how about it?
That's really the only way. Rock, paper, scissors!
After a couple of matches, it ended up with Mion being first.
I didn't want to end up first. Well, I'll just think of it as a handicap. Gramps' gun. Here you go.
When the shooting range guys handed her a rifle, Mion looked it over intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet either.
Okay. This gun is brand new, isn't it? No faults? Not bad.
Mion raised the gun in one swift motion. It was completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip.
Fire.
Reload. Fire. Reload. Fire. Flop. 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 3 candy boxes fell, one after the other. Good job, Mion. Way to go. Crowd paused in a moment of awe and then erupted in cheers.
Whoa, yeah, let's go, wow.
Whoa! Awesome!
That was quite good.
Tamatake-san was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess.
Amazing, Mi-chan. The 3!
Her accuracy was incredible. Her choice of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 Mion had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets with very high return on investment.
Who's up next? Satoko? Careful, the bullets are light.
Next was Satoko. The rifle looked a bit big for her little body, but it didn't seem like she had any problem with the weight.
Of course, I shall aim for the grand prize.
She proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Damn, Satoko, such a bold move.
The moment she knocks it over, it's a guarantee to be first.
Good luck, Satoko-chan.
Satoko was the opposite of Mion. She aimed at the target quite carefully and squeezed the trigger.
Bah! These bullets are too light.
The first 2 bullets struck the bear in the torso but only shifted a bit. You need to aim higher towards the head or it won't work. Satoko's 3rd bullet wasn't aimed at the bear but at the candy box below its arm.
I hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me.
She went boldly after the big catch, but since she switched over to less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave a strained laugh. Were they laughing because she lacked the courage? These fools know nothing!
Fine attempt, Satoko. You've gotten better.
The palm of Mion's outstretched hand went pump, and it tapped down lightly on Satoko. She appeared to just be talking hot air, but it was actually completely calculated. Damn that Satoko. Just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easy target. Without shame or honor. Magnificent.
I'll allow you to take the bear, innocent. I pray for your victory.
Okay. Thanks so much, Satoko-chan. Oh, bear sounds so cute.
Rena was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of the brand as regular Rena. She couldn't hit the broadside of the barn as regular Rena, but she said that bear was cute. Yeah, I know, I heard.
I wonder how Raina-chan will do. I hope she's able to hit the last one. Or at least one.
You're underestimating Rina, Tamataki-san. Heh. It's Reina, you know. It's Rena Rugu, you know. If it was to get that teddy bear. Wow! Tamataki-san wheeled around to see what all the commotion that spectators were making was about. If it was to get that bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Rina Rugu could do it.
Shaking. It's shaking. How cute.
Rina couldn't hide her excitement over the bear's slow rocking. Now Rina couldn't lose.
Not bad, Rina-san. The less collected you become,
The stronger you get. Whoa! Another big cheer! Rena's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough. The bear seemed to wobble more than before.
but it might not be possible. You never know. With Rina-chan's skill, it might be.
While Tamataki-san was just as excited as the crowd, Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rena had 10 more shots, then she could surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you looked at it, no go.
Ow! Ow, 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 ow!
The crowd let out a dejected groan. She had shot it right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt.
Oh, Bearson, take him over.
She should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Then, at that moment, the old man flicked one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Rena.
That's for you, little lady.
Huh? You're giving this to me?
Huh?
The gods wouldn't forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed after such a display.
The gods wouldn't forgive me if you let me go home empty-handed after such a display. Sorry. There was another shower of applause. Rita turned bright red and I pulled her back over to us by her hand. You did a good job. Your cute mode really surprised me.
Oh, you really wanted Mr. Bear, what?
It was easy to see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. Rena had done quite a lot for me. I still needed to pay her back at that delicious picnic. Alright then, I'll
get it and give it to you.
Yes! Tamataki. What? Tamataki-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth. Fuck you, Keiichi-kun. Go home.
Okay. Please, Tamataki-san. Good luck.
Damn you, old man Tamatake. You leave Tamataki alone. Stealing the good parts for yourself. It's a girl, bro. You're fine. It is a little girl, I mean. The small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head just before I was overcome with frustration.
You keep on fighting too, Keiichi, okay?
Tamatake-san carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he shouldered the rifle while holding the other 2 shots in his hand.
Why is he doing that?
Yes, no doubt. Tamataki-san is aiming for.
Plop. 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 The time between shots was short. It was meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking. So Tamatake-san was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it ever had before, but that was all. It still didn't fall over.
Ah, too bad.
All of Rena's momentary expectation from watching the sway violently turned into a dejected sigh.
I really thought it would work.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tamatake-san, that you couldn't knock it over.
Oh, ho. It seems that since you're a man, you will not be receiving any candy.
That was it. It meant Tamatake-san had no spoils of war.
So both Keiichi-kun and Rika-chan Could just shoot down a small, easy prize and avoid being dead last?
Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that.
It's your turn next, Keiichi-kun. Best of luck.
I was the 5th shooter. Took the rifle from Tamatake-san. If I took the ruthless route, as Mian had suggested, then I go for a small target. Except, when I picked up the rifle, it definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion. Passed down to me by Tamatake-san. Regret of not being man enough to fell the bear that Reina wanted. Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man. You're not a man at all. After all, that was my promise to Reina.
Huh? Huh? What promise? What?
To shoot down that bear. Then give it to Reina. That one.
You mean, huh?
The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Woo! Cool, Oni-chan. You got balls, man. No, he doesn't. That's not it. Fine man of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Reina might mug the old man running the stall on his way home. Okay. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings? Because you're a dork.
Keiichi-san surely talks the talk, but how do you actually intend to bring down the bear? Reina and Tamatake's shots did make it tilt a bit, but I think finishing the job will be difficult.
Keiichi-kun.
If only there was some way to shoot faster and be able to pile more power into the sway from each hit. What if you just like launch the fucking rifle right at it? Just like fucking like don't use the bullets, just throw it at it like a spear.
Good luck, Keiichi-kun!
After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over to the guy. 2 more rifles. Huh? The crowd murmured against themselves.
I wonder what Keiichi-san is up to. One person can't handle 3 rifles at once.
I get it. Nice thinking, Kei-chan.
Mian was able to figure it out magnificently.
Basically, what was taking the most time was reloading the shot.
That's right. Then, by putting 3 preloaded rifles next to each other, Tamatake-san went silent.
Oh, Tamatake-san went silent, peering at me and the bear through his lenses. His photographer blood predicted a miracle will occur. And then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They laid out a great cheer.
Woo, let's go.
They chanted my name. No, they did not. So I want that omitted from the story. Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, all is for naught.
Phew.
After letting out a deep breath, phew. After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax. Now. That moment felt like time itself had stopped. I felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it. And knock it down. The first shot hit the bear on its head. The second. The third. The bear swayed hard. And then...
Woohoo! Yay!
Whoa! The cheers began then before the stuffed animal even finished falling off the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me. Why did he let him do that? I don't understand. Why did it... You actually knocked it over. You got me.
You're amazing. Congratulations, Keiichi-kun. Keiichi-san has finally learned how to use his head. I see you're in a slightly better light now.
I didn't do it all by myself. Everyone hit it, and those small bits together brought it down. The trophy belongs to all of us.
Right, and this is from us. And this is from all of us working together.
didn't hit it a single time.
Irk. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it to Rena. Here. This is from me. No. Who am I kidding? This is from everyone. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Rena, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless.
I can't, Keiichi-kun. This is everyone's after all.
In that case, I was the only one who knocked it down. And it's mine. It's mine, so I'm giving it to Rena. Selfish. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time, she embraced it and accepted it. How can I say this, Rena? You've watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all. I'm really grateful to you, see, and thanks a lot.
Oh, Keiichi-kun, thank you so much.
Rena dove at me. Mian told me a few days later that Rena kissed me, but I didn't realize it during the excitement at the moment. Ooh, okay. I remembered what I was trying to say to Tamatake-san earlier. There really isn't much of anything here, but there's a lot of things you can't find anywhere else. I gained a lot from coming to Hinamazawa, especially at that moment. The crowd's cheers echoed on and on. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the final finale of the festival.
I'll be going off then. Uh-oh. I need to go and get myself a good spot, too. Well then, everyone, see you in a bit.
Both Rika-chan and Tamataki-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd.
I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Now, shall we be off? Yeah, might as well go see Rika-chan's charming figure. Let's go.
Yeah. Huh? Where's Rena? What are you doing?
Keiichi-kun, Mi-chan, save me.
Oh, wait. Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of the people. What? What is she doing? She must have her hands full taking care of that bear.
So I'll leave Rena in your care, Kei-chan. I'll have my hands full taking care of Satoko.
Who would want to be looked after by you, Mion-san? Ouch! Please don't pull my arm.
Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Rena's collar. Choke that bitch.
Keiichi-kun, not there. Don't grab me there.
Yeah, you bastard. Always so bossy. Dude, let go of her. Where can I grab that?
Hello.
I didn't feel ashamed at all. Rena was ashamed enough for both of us. I grabbed onto Rena's hand and dashed after Mion and the others. We're gonna be late. Let's hurry up.
Yeah.
I hadn't realized Rena's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition. That wasn't what I meant at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, keep it together, Keiichi Maribara, in your mind. But it didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. Walking with a little bit of stiff pants through the crowd. I really did want Rena to see my face right then. I really didn't want Rena to see my face right then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons warded with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton and futons. Right, they threw them in the river, littered.
Keiichi-san, Rena-san, we're over here.
Satoko waved her hand from the front row. Ah, sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they saved.
How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Rena?
You punk! So that's what your plan was!
Instead of replying, Neon gave a perverse grin.
How was it, Rena? Was K-Chan's hand bigger than you thought it would be?
I don't like this conversation. Oh. Made it turn bright red puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air and turned around to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face. This is so dumb, bro. Mion, when were you hit?
Between the ha and the o of her how, I think.
Rena, it's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment.
I didn't hit her. Whatever. No.
Thump, the thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd.
You must all be quiet. It's beginning.
It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered dressed in a shrine made and flowed by members in the municipal committee. Followed. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tamatake-san's camera. What's that big thing Rika-chan is holding?
Oh, that's used for this festival.
You don't know what a fucking hoe is?
It's a sacred farming tool that only the Shrine Maiden may touch.
It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. After reciting a Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, plowing it into the futons. Each and every little movement of the performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, it was a ritual. What's next? Airing out futons? Good one, Keiichi-san.
She's purifying futons that absorb illness from people over their winter.
So when K-Chan said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong.
Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. The hoe was probably really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Sadako looked on, silently leading her support. Worried?
Rika practiced every single dan with the mochi hammer. She will certainly prevail.
Sadako's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't Mion a candidate to be the Shrine Maiden? It feels wrong having Rika-chan swing around something so heavy.
I'd do it if they asked me, you know. And, well, it's not something just anyone can do.
That's true. Shrine Maidens need to be pure, after all. Mion drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priest had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priests, we all marched onto a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river?
Ah! What did Higashi mean sending cotton adrift, you know?
I did not know that. The procession continued right to the bank of the stream. The fire was stoked high, and it was bright as day here, too. People started crowding around it and clamoring.
Alright, get in line. Line up, Keiichi-kun.
I wondered what was up. What's up? Maybe we'd get some holy wine. Red and white bean buns?
Ah! It's not food. I said it was cotton.
Ah, but of course. They didn't call it the Watagoshi. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futon and balled it up like mochi, handing it out to people. Rena dove into the line and brought out some She brought out some for me. We then proceeded to the bank of the stream.
Since it's your first time, Keiichi-kun, just copy what I do.
She held the cotton in her right hand and waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs.
You don't It's 3 times send and give thanks to Oyashiro-sama.
Oh yeah, Shiro-sama. What's that? The name of Shrine's god?
Yeah, it's the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. It brings us about both miracles and curses, so you must be sure to show respect.
That sounds like a pretty frightening god. Okay. But, well, when in Rome... Good one, Geiji-kun. Good one. You were on fire, man. I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now after all that. Doing as Rina showed me, I touched the cotton all over myself. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Orashiro-sama. Thank you, Orashiro-sama. This way, all the evil that possesses you is sucked...
This way, all the evil that possesses you is sucked out by the cotton. Then you let it gently drift away on the stream, and you're done.
Together, Rina and I set our pieces of cotton afloat on the surface of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the evil festering in Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I'd seen on TV. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. Beautiful. I love all my friends. Tamataki-san, Satoko-chan, Rika-chan. Oh. While staring off into the stream, I somehow got separated from Rina. I wasn't very lonely, though. I know this place now. This is where I live, my home. It's probably better if I just stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Someone would surely find me while I was enjoying the evening breeze. I heard a familiar voice. It was Tamatake-san's. I headed towards it.
How did it go, Tamatake-san?
Alright, where did it go, Tamatake-san? Were you able to get some good shots?
Yeah, fortunately.
Tamatake-san was with a girl. I felt a little like I was intruding.
How was it, Keiji-kun?
Or is he talking? Did you enjoy the festival? What voice should I give her?
Oh, how was it, Keiji-kun? Did you enjoy the festival?
From the way she spoke, it seemed like she was a resident of Hinamizawa. I really should try harder to remember people's faces here. What was her name? Well, it was fun. My face must have given away how desperately I was trying to remember her name because she gave a lighthearted chuckle.
It's probably because he hasn't been here long since you moved here. It's pretty hard to believe, seeing how friendly you've gotten with the other kids.
If that's how it looked, it was probably all thanks to Rina and Neon.
Perhaps you feel more like a resident of Hinamizawa after taking part in the festival today.
You read my mind, Tomodachi-san. I wonder about that.
Oh, that's not like you.
I had tried to get used to Hinamizawa, but there was still plenty of things I didn't know. The faces of people I'd met, for example. Things that had happened in the past as well. Oh, you're feeling left out because of something like that? It's not so much left out, it's just I'm not sure how to say it. That incident at the dam construction site. The fighting over it and other conflicts. That terrible incident they pretended they didn't even know about whenever I brought it up. Even though it was in the past, as someone living in Hinamizawa, it wasn't wrong to want to know about both the good and bad that had happened here.
If I will put you at ease, then I'll tell you everything I know.
Tamatake-san's smile made me more relieved than I'd ever been. It was hard. It was a common Tamatake-san W right there. It was hard to think of what to ask when someone said, "Ask me anything," though. Even when there was so much I wanted to ask. Then, could you tell me what happened when the dam was being constructed? There was a big incident where Hinamizawa was going to be submerged, right?
I think the locals would be more knowledgeable about the dam than I am. Well, if you don't mind, I'll tell you what I know. It's only what I read in the newspaper, though.
Tamatake-san's eyes entered an unfocused gaze as he searched through his memory, then he spoke.
The decision to start the dam project was finalized 7 or 8 years ago. I heard it was the next major project after Kurobe.
There were 3 major issues in Japan at that time. Improving their island improving their inter-island transportation infrastructure, meeting the higher demand for electricity and flood control. There was a boom of dam building due to the massive economic stimulus they provided on top of generating electricity and flood control. Hinamizawa had the right conditions to support dam construction, so it was singled out.
The dam reservoir would have covered quite a bit of ground when it was completed. The entire area right up to Yaguchi and way upstream would be underwater.
But why did they have to pick a populated area like Hinamizawa? Couldn't they have instead picked a place where nobody lived?
I'm not really sure why, but I heard that it was just the right terrain for building a dam.
Of course, there were protests here in Hinamizawa. Rika-chan had said there was a battle. From what choice of words I had to guess things had turned violent.
There was a trial, and it was even brought up before the National Diet. It was covered in the Tokyo newspapers, too.
Mian had told me about that as well. I'm sure every resident of Hinamizawa had united to fight together. Feeling of solidarity found here, which could not be expressed properly with mere words, was likely brought about by that battle.
As a result, bribery and scandals were brought to light. As things got more and more complicated, they eventually halted construction.
If I wanted to know, now was my only chance to ask. It was certainly a bizarre incident that boys my age would be curious about. Felt a little shame from the fact that I was petty enough to have my curiosity piqued by Rina and Mion's refusal to talk about the event. But I figured I might as well ask since I had the chance, just so I would stop thinking about it so much. So, there was a dismemberment, right?
There was. It happened to be here in Hinamizawa at the time.
You were here?
So I remember it well.
Tamatake-san's answers was nonchalant in contrast to my hesitantly forced-out question.
It was about this time, 4 years ago. It was the day of Watsunagashi, if I recall correctly.
4 years ago today. Debate on whether to continue construction on the dam was in disarray. Scandal after scandal rocked the project near the end. Incident that was the final nail in the coffin for the dam project. A fight at the dam construction site ended in the victim being murdered. Fearing prosecution, the 6 assailants divided the remains into 6 pieces and each hid one. 5 of the 6 criminals turned themselves in, out of guilt, but one was still on the run. The right arm he'd hidden had yet to be found. The major details lined up with what was in the tabloid I'd read earlier. It certainly was a tragic incident, but it wasn't so terrible that Rina and Mion needed to hide it from me. I guess they didn't want someone who just moved here to have a negative impression of Hinamizawa. I felt grateful for having friends who worried so much about me, as well as shame for still being so interested in it.
It was near the end of all the trouble with the dam, you see, so everyone was saying that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse.
Urashiro-sama's curse, huh? Urashiro-sama was the name of the god at the shrine that held the festival today, if I recall correctly. Yep, that was like 10 minutes ago. I see. Their guardian deity rained divine punishment down on the evil dam construction for trying to flood Hinamizawa.
Apparently the younger one didn't think so, but it seems the elderly in the village never doubted that it was Urashiro-sama's curse.
The woman with Tamatake-san said with a mischievous chuckle. Tamatake-san began laughing with her. It was so infectious I ended up laughing as well.
But I wonder about that now. There were quite a few, I think. Amongst the youth, too.
A few what?
People who believe in Urashiro-sama's curse.
The woman's lips were still curled into a smile, but her expression turned stern. Then, after that, it continued every year? Always around this time?
Continued? What continued?
Tamatake-san paused for a second as if to build up some suspense. Then he whispered to me as if someone might have been listening.
Every year on the day of the Watsunagashi, somebody dies.
Oh.
The year following the dismemberment on the day of the Watsunagashi, a
man from Himanazawa who had supported the dam fell off a cliff overlooking some rapids and died while he was on vacation. Unfortunately for his wife, the body was never recovered.
He supported the dam construction even though he lived in Hinamizawa.
At the time, there were whispers amongst the elderly saying it was Oyashiro-sama's curse.
Orashiro-sama, Orashiro-sama, Orashiro-sama. I won't forget it. The woman chuckled mischievously again.
Then the next year, alright, Then the next year, the night of the Watanagashi, the shrine Shinto priest died suddenly from an unknown illness. His wife drowned herself in the bog that night.
The shrine's Shinto priest? You mean he was from the shrine here? The woman nodded. Oh, that wasn't...
There was a rumor amongst the villagers that they weren't able to quell Oshishiro-sama's anger.
Then the year after that, again, on the night of the Watanagashi, they discovered the battered body of a local housewife.
They discovered the body of a local housewife.
It's hard to tell this stuff. Housewife? Up until now, all these mysterious deaths were people involved with the dam who had connections with Oyashiro-sama. With that in mind, could the housewife have been involved in some way too?
Exactly!
The woman startled slyly. No, it was more menacingly.
One of the victim's relatives, you see, was connected to the younger brother of the dam supporter who fell to his death in the year 2 years before. The younger brother is still alive, it seems, but it did bother him quite a bit, so he moved to the neighboring town.
For a while, I stood there with my mouth agape. The battle over the dam construction with Hinamizawa's future at stake, and the murder at the center of it all. That was all I knew. That was all I wanted to ask about. But that wasn't there. But that wasn't all there was to the story. Homicide, body disposal, accidental deaths, terminal illnesses, suicide, fatal beatings. I'm a pretty level-headed person. I don't really want to believe in curses, but the freakish deaths happened every year on the day of the Watanagashi, and all of them were related to the dam construction. It was easy to dismiss each of them as coincidences by themselves, but when you put them all together, dismissing all of them as coincidence would then defy logic. I don't believe in curses, but every single year on the day of the Watanagashi, somebody or something makes it happen without fail. The woman chuckled again as if she picked up on what I was thinking. It felt like she was saying, maybe there was, maybe we frightened him, stuff like that. I felt embarrassed about being read so easily. I pressed Tamataki-san to continue, a bit of impatience and irritation in my tone. Then? So someone died the next year, right? Who was it that time?
I wonder, do you think Keiji-kun? Who do you think, Keiji-kun?
The hell? The way he said it didn't agree with me. The sarcastic tone ticked me off. Don't avoid the question. I'm serious here.
Hey, calm down, Keiji-kun.
I realized when she tried to calm me down that I had been panicking. Oh, that was her. Damn it.
We aren't trying to avoid the question, Keiji-kun. It's just, when you say the next year, that's today.
When she hesitated to say it, Tamataki-san finished for her. I broke into a cold sweat. I really didn't like the direction this was headed.
Nobody wants to speak of it, but they all think it's going to happen again tonight.
The festival was so cheerful, though.
Well, the victim last year, the housewife, she was a non-believer. It turns out she didn't even attend the Watanagashi festival. There was a rumor going around that if you didn't participate in the festival, you would incur Oshishiro-sama's wrath. Didn't you hear anything about this, Keiji-kun?
I never even heard a whisper of that rumor. Then the reason everyone was at the festival was they were afraid of the curse?
I figured that must have been the reason. There were a lot more people at Watanagashi than usual.
I guess everyone was just afraid, after all, of Oshishiro-sama's curse. I couldn't utter a single word. In this modern age, where we've made progress in all scientific fields, shedding light on the unknown and misunderstood, where black and white television has been eradicated and we've sent men to the moon, even with all our accomplishments, this can exist in modern society?
Tons of investigations were sent out to the neighborhood towns, youth groups to help pad the numbers. But after that string of events, few decided to join.
The municipal committee members were complaining about how hard it was to gather participants.
Also, the police were treating each case as isolated. They don't believe they're connected. They're trying to keep it quiet, so it's all plainclothes officers.
It's finally begun to dawn on me why Rina and Mion were reluctant to talk. If nothing happens during the Watanagashi, everything would have been over with and I'd be none the wiser. If nothing happened, all would be well. In that case, it would all end up just being crazy talk. I should have just pretended like I knew nothing from the beginning. Then they wouldn't have had to act like nothing happened. And we would have all gotten back to life as usual.
Maybe it was just too much for him after all.
The woman ran her fingers through her hair as she sighed. No, it wasn't. Not at all. I had tried to act strong, but that just served to emphasize how much information had unsettled me. After seeing how I looked, Tamatake-san appeared to regret saying anything. Laying out a sigh, he then spoke, forcing an awkward, upbeat demeanor.
Keiichi-kun, you surely don't believe in such things as curses.
Well, no.
If the cases of all the crimes were unknown, then the perpetrators and their methods are all mysteries, then I would think it's the work of a curse. But that's not how things are in reality. If the police are investigating the evidence and the suspects to uncover the truth.
Hearing him say police made me feel a lot better. It was perfect for repelling the word curse.
The first one, the dismemberment, for example, I told you, didn't I? All but one of the perpetrators were arrested. It's only a matter of time for the last one. The motive turned out to have been an argument they had while intoxicated.
That's no curse.
Don't you agree?
That was true. If it didn't happen on the day of the Watanagashi, then I wouldn't think it was related to the curse at all.
The accidental death of the man who supported the dam is the same. He was in the position that made others hate him. The police made a point of investigating him from that angle. They concluded it was an accident. No foul play.
But they both happened on the day of the festival, right?
Ha ha ha! Just think about it, Keiichi-kun. Do you think people with a lot of enemies here in Hinamizawa could participate easily in a local festival? It would be especially hard for them to be around during the Watanagashi, so they probably left Hinamizawa intentionally around this time of year to travel, don't you think?
It wasn't a very clear explanation, but I sort of understood what Tamatake-san was getting at. So I pressed on earnestly, asking more questions so I could convince myself. Then, Tamatake-san, what about the priest who died after that? The one with the unknown illness? That also happened on the day of the festival.
It's even easier to explain what happened to the Shinto priest. The Watanagashi is a really big event that happens once a year. It was probably from all the built-up stress, or it may have been because of the pre-existing condition.
It was an unknown illness. It's hard to believe something with an unknown cause could exist with all our advances in medicine.
It's just an exaggeration. Rumors making rumors. Anyone would get worked up over having incidents happen 2 years in a row. The sudden death is quite unnatural, though. Of course, the police ordered an autopsy because of the strange way he died, but there wasn't enough for them to open a full investigation, you know? Turns out it was just a sudden death due to illness.
The priest's wife committed suicide, right? What about that?
I believe I already explained that. Everyone was shaken up by the incidents happening for a third year. Those who were strong in faith were quickly to believe it was the work of a curse. Of course, that included the priest's wife. Apparently, they found a suicide note that had said something like, "My death will quell Oshishiro-sama's anger."
Well, then, how about the next incident with the housewife? That happened on the day of the Watanagashi, too.
The perpetrator has already been caught at the end, and the case has been closed. Turns out it was just some nut job trying to continue the legacy of the Hinamizawa curse.
Then, how about the incident the next year? Oh yeah, this year is the next year. Tamatake-san gave a hearty laugh.
Nothing will happen. Not this year. There was never a curse to begin with. It's just a group of people believed it was an explanation for a string of coincidences.
My internal computer finally got itself back on track. I felt a bit embarrassed by how childish I'd become after losing control and panicking. I could see very clearly now that
I can see very clearly now that Keiichi-kun really loves Hinamizawa. Even if Oshishiro-sama's curse really did exist, Keiichi-kun couldn't bring himself to believe in such a thing existed.
I felt very relieved. I should probably just forget everything I had heard tonight. I'll greet Rina and Mion tomorrow with the same smile as always. They'd probably also like tonight to end without incident so they can continue on tomorrow without having worried me. Perhaps seeing my change in attitude, the woman who had been listening and stretched as she got up from the rock she was sitting on.
Well then, I should be getting back.
Goodness, to think I may have gone on a bit too long.
There had been so few people compared to the crowd from before, I could only make out a few groups of families enjoying the cold evening air. I looked at my watch. It seemed to be talked for the better part of an hour.
Didn't you come along with your friends, Keiichi-kun? Not going to look for them?
Oh, yeah, they might all be looking for me.
You're quite the scoundrel making the girls look for you.
See you, Keiichi-kun. Have a nice night. You too, Jiro-san. I'll see you a bit later.
That's a new voice. Tamatake-san seems to be quite the scoundrel himself, so his name is Jiro. After dusting off her backside, she disappeared into the crowd of people still busy cleaning up the shrine grounds.
Keiichi-kun, so sorry.
In her place, Rina came running after. I could see all the others behind her. Speak of the devil.
My bad, Kei-chan. We got so caught up in our discussion.
I'd completely forgotten about them while caught up in my own conversation, so we were even.
My, so Tamataki-san was with you. This works out perfectly.
We still need to settle the shooting gallery competition.
What? I won.
Ah, that's right. So, I guess I'm gonna end up dead last.
In the end, after my dramatic victory, Rika-chan was the last challenger, but there wasn't many targets left. The ones remaining were all tiny and difficult to hit. She did take her time and aim, but all 3 shots were completely missed. She was to end up sharing the loser's crown with Tamataki-san. Oh, good. She got sad. However, she did her little mewing cry in front of the owner and turned to mush instantly. She was given a pack of gum and a consolation prize. Her methods were a bit audacious, but she did avoid being the loser rather magnificently. Now, come to think of it, Rika-chan is quite the trickster.
I have no idea what Keiichi-san is talking about.
Now then, it's decided what Tamataki-san is dead last.
Everyone cheered and applauded. Tamataki-san smiled wryly, lightly bewildered.
So, Tamataki-san, are you ready? Penalty time.
Huh? Oh, I completely forgot about that.
You're too naive, Tamataki-san. This is why our club can never lose. Mion pulled a felt-tip marker from her pocket. Oh, is that? Show him no mercy, Mion. At least use a washable marker. A permanent one is... Show him mercy. A permanent one is too harsh.
It's just it has to be permanent. It comes off when you do the laundry anyway.
Whoa, whoa, what is this? Please, take it easy on me.
All of us pinned his arms behind his back, and Mion approached him with a marker in one hand.
And squip, squip, squip.
But she didn't write on Tamataki-san's face. She wrote on his shirt that he was wearing. What did she write?
You better have a big break this year, Mion.
Oh, you better have a big break this year, Mion. Rina took up the marker next. Show me your photos next time, okay? Rina. It was a little heartwarming, and I just had to laugh.
This is more like a farewell card than a...
Oh,
This is more like a farewell card than a penalty.
Oh, ho, ho. I'm not so soft as the rest. I'll make sure this is the proper penalty.
Haha, dead last, Satoko. Try harder next time, Rika.
Here you go, Keiji-san.
I couldn't decide what to write, but based on what kind of penalty this was probably the most appropriate. Come back and play again, Keiji. Tomitake-san was silent the entire time. At first he was quite bewildered, but now he had a different look on his face.
So, I have to wear this all the way back to Tokyo as part of the penalty?
Of course. You better wear it all the way home.
You can wear it when you come back. It would be nice.
He appeared deeply moved. Embarrassment mixed with a wealth of other emotions made him turn a bright red. Aw, this is actually cute.
I understand. I'll wear this the next time I come here. I promise.
Everyone cheered and applauded. It was the finest parting gift possible for a buddy heading out tonight. I saw the woman who was with Tomitake-san standing near the festival grounds. It seemed Tomitake-san noticed her too, and knew it was time to leave.
Seems like your guest is waiting. Isn't it about time?
Yeah, that's certainly how it seems.
Tomitake-san headed off towards her and seemed to apologize for making her wait. We all shouted stuff at Tomitake-san. Each time we did, he looked back and waved his hand. Eventually he faded into the darkness of the night out of sight. It was quite the casual farewell. I'm gonna miss Tomitake-san, bro. I'm gonna miss him so much. This wasn't the first time any of us had seen someone off. They had done the same thing many times before.
He's gone.
I know.
Well, it's about time we take off too.
Rika-chan had to stay behind with the other committee members since they were having a meeting. Satoko was tagging along with her. I headed back home with the usual suspects. Kevin Spacey. The walk back was quite lively, with talk of the day's war stories. Should have done this, should have done that kind of stuff. Rena and I parted ways with Mion, and it was just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. You and I. Then we got to my house, and I parted ways with Rena as well. It's already pretty late. It's all wetted, put away. Are you all wet by yourself?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's close. I'm going to run too.
If you run into some weirdo, just yell. I'm going to be able to hear her.
If someone does come, you'll come and save me, baby. Maybe.
If I hear you.
Oh, okay. I'll scream loud enough so you can hear me.
I should have just walked up with her, right? Merely spinning her arms around at high speed, Rena dashed off. She was fine in that mode. Not even an adult could stand against her. Yes, they could. She's a little girl. Rena's cheerful presence disappeared, and it finally became quiet again. The curse that not a single person even whispered about. The more I learned about it tonight, the more unsettling it became. It didn't show on any of their faces, but they were probably all quite concerned about it as well. But if nothing happens tonight, then it all ends up being just crazy talk. Nothing will happen. Nothing bad. Nothing at all. What's wrong, Keiichi? Why are you standing in a place like this? Come inside, you'll catch a cold. It was my mom.
What's wrong, Keiichi? Why are you standing in a place like this? Come inside, you'll catch a cold.
Did you go, Mom? To the Watanagashi festival?
In the van, your father didn't wake up, so I missed it. A little disappointing.
Mom stuck her tongue out with a little bit of embarrassed look on her face. What a spooky, spooky chapter. Wow. Jeez. I've received new tips. Mr. and Mrs. Hoju's falling incident. The terminal illness death. You new tips. Oh, I got 4. A radio log. Oh my gosh. Okay. We have the Hoju's couple's falling incident. The terminal illness death of Shinto priest Furude. Housewife murder. And radio log. We're going to start with number 1. Hoju couple's falling incident. From June 1980 edition. Ugh. On the afternoon of XX at 2 p.m., office employee XXX and his wife XXX of Hinamizawa Village in Shishibone Prefecture disappeared after falling 27 meters from the observatory platform in Shirakawa Prefecture. Police and firefighters searched downstream and discovered the body of XXX at around 7 p.m. that evening. His wife, XXXXX, has yet to be found. The search has run into difficulties due to the effects of Typhoon 3 from the previous day. It appeared at a railing at the observatory that the XX leaned on had broken, causing him to fall. The groundskeeping staff was questioned by the police in regard to facility deterioration and if park maintenance was performed properly. Oh, that's all that's one said. Okay. Alright, this is the Shinto priest. From June 1981 edition. On the afternoon of XX, around 10 p.m. in the X district of Hinamizawa village of Shishibone Prefecture, the Shinto priest of the Furude Shrine passed away from an existing condition he was recovering from suddenly worsened. Parties close to the deceased said he was suffering from anxiety issues concerning the festival which was to be held that day. After XXX's death, his wife XXX went missing, leaving behind a farewell note. After the Shinto priest's death, his wife went missing, leaving behind a farewell note. The police local youth association had continued the search. However, given the presence of the farewell message and the fact that the Onigafuchi marsh is said to be bottomless, they have run into difficulties. Oh, wait. So the wife killed herself by throwing herself into the bog? The same bog that the one guy threw herself into? The guy who they couldn't find, supposedly? Okay, housewife murder. It was reported in the newspaper. That's all it said? Oh my gosh. Fuck this game. Radio log. This is Okinomiya Station calling Unit 3. Come on, go. Unit 3, please respond. This is Unit 3. Loud and clear. Backup is heading your way. Hold position until further instructions. Over. Roger. Unit 3 acknowledged. Requesting no headlights. Requesting radio silence. Station, the doctor has arrived. They want to carry it away. What's the order? Over. Acknowledged. Leave it to the doctor. Affirmative. Understood. And backup has arrived. Shouldn't we let them take a photo first? I think the Vic is done for. Vic? The Vic. What is the Vic? So somebody died last night. Is that what it's saying? This is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. I'm going to save right now. And I think that is such a beautiful spot to end it off. Thank you for watching. I love you so much. Goodbye.